Stablecoins settle for status quo in Q3. The trend of Ethereum is slightly dull. Bitcoin's mediocre performance. Is this bottom out over? Look for rebound. Bitcoin will skyrocket in 2023. Cause market FOMO. Poor third quarter performance. Did the cow leave again? Only 192 days until Bitcoin halving. Zhao Changpeng makes bold predictions. Are you ready for the bull market? Sleeping for 9 years. Multiple giant whales wake up at the same time. I advise you not to. Too superstitious about giant whales. 10. A short holiday. Hackers take advantage of the situation. It's really too arrogant. Rethinking the world with cryptocurrencies. Master the 24-hour wealth password. Let's slowly become rich together.
Master our wealth code. Let us become rich together. This is Media Blockchain. On Monday, October 9th, in Macau, after 7 days. Oh, you guys. Let us look at the data first. In September, Bitcoin should say yes. Broke the curse. With high-profile gains, it brings an end to September. Increased by 4%. This is since 2016. First rise in September. So through this chart, everyone can see Bitcoin and other traditional assets forming a very sharp contrast. Many traditional assets in September. They were all severely frustrated. Many stocks are falling, but Bitcoin is largely are not subject to traditional assets. The impact of shrinkage and Bitcoin's performance still better than most cryptocurrencies. What does it mean? Explain the current Bitcoin market. The correlation is very strong, but even though this month its continued trading volume decline, liquidity is also poor, but various on-chain indicators of Bitcoin still improved. For example, the fund address, number of active addresses and transactions all have increased. These data at least show that new investors now, for the year, has government via spot X. In other words, policy relaxation. Just a matter of time. Enter now to build positions and buy dips. No difference. 11 to 7 days holiday. Although our daily newspaper has stopped updating, but the live broadcast and our weekly reviews still going on. After the market ended this morning, we have published our member-only weekly review. We judge there is a high probability of this round of decline. It has already come out. We saw that during National Day. Bitcoin from 27,400. It has reached the current 27,900. Average number of active addresses on the chain. It is 975,800. Then the average transaction amount on the chain, that is 831,000 bit counts, increased by 10% month on month. Current value of Bitcoin is far exceeding short-term holder costs. What's the meaning? Cost basis for short-term holders. That means if the coins in your hand have had it for less than 6 months, you are a short-term holder. If it is higher than the short-term holder's cost, explain those people who hold short-term positions start making money. We saw today at noon, the price of Bitcoin has dropped to under $27,800, so the overall market sentiment at present still mostly panic. Then the market picked up. Bitcoin price pulled back to around $28,000, so Bitcoin can in a short period of time get back on your feet. This speaks volumes about Bitcoin's tenacity and its elasticity. For Bitcoin, maintain this price level. Let us talk about the present is very important. For the crypto market, this year's stability also plays a very crucial role. Therefore, our channel basically determines bottom exploration completed. The situation has begun attacking upwards normally. Let us take a look at Ethereum. Many bloggers in the English-speaking world begin to bet against the future value of Ethereum. So last month you saw Ethereum price forming a slight pullback, but despite price fluctuations, but Ethereum is 30 days. Price volatility is only 25%. This number will be in 2022. Volatility is 60%. So besides Bitcoin and Ethereum, their volatility is on top of being reduced. What everyone must pay attention to in September, or the market value of stable counters. After a long decline, stable in market capitalization, it has stabilized now. Display based on data. Total market capitalization of stable counters. Now it's about $124 billion. This data, and the downward trend over the past year, basically keep a balance. But since mid-August, everyone sees Circulation of dye and dust, still a significant increase in the supply of S. He is still in the position of king. Good, please like it. I will sort out the past 7 days right away. News you must pay attention to. Bitcoin can be said to be assets that performed very well. From as low as $15,400, it rose to a high of $31,800. Real, about double the increase. This should be placed in traditional assets. This shouldn't lead to much investigation. How much inside information? To be honest, this year's increase. It started to rise in the first and second quarters. The performance in the third quarter was actually not good. On the other hand, the environment is not good. The Fed has been raising interest rates, such various difficulties, companies in the currency circle. The third quarter. What is the data of Bitcoin? Come and take a look.
Crypto market in 2023. Strong first quarter performance. Total market value increased by 49%. $2.19 trillion. Bitcoin rises 72%. Closed at $28,440. Bitcoin rose 6.8% throughout the second quarter. The year-to-date return improved to 83.6%. According to Bitcoin investment firm NYDIG. Data display. Bitcoin price in the third quarter of this year. A cumulative decrease of 11.1%. Among major asset classes, price performance outperformed only long-term treasuries. But third quarter of this year, almost every other asset class, include stocks and bonds, gold and real estate, both fell, despite poor performance in the third quarter. But Bitcoin continues to hold its best performing assets this year. Asset class status. Year-to-date growth of 63.3%.
Bitcoin is a safe haven asset, at least for now. Considered a safe haven asset, the total volume is 21 million, not many in number, but its increase always outperformed all investment targets. None of them. From 1 Bitcoin, can I buy anything to start with? Everyone thinks it gets expensive. Until now, 1 Bitcoin can buy a car. Everyone still thinks it gets expensive. Recently, Palestine and Israel started pinching again. The battle is still very fierce. In fact, the geopolitical dangers, or the turbulence of the world situation, it also pushes up the price of Bitcoin, a reason for the rise. But here, we need to be politically correct. Hope for world peace. I hope Bitcoin reaches 100,000. Agree with the thumbs up. Where does Bitcoin's value come from? From consensus. There is this group of people. Recognize the value of Bitcoin. We are among this group of people. Just common exchange. The problem now is, the number of people in this group is constantly expanding. It doesn't matter if others don't approve of it. Just stay on the outside. So far, Bitcoin is having less than 200 days left. If according to the past situation, after having, the price of Bitcoin will start to take off. In the weekly review at 8 o'clock this morning, we've drawn that line. Just have each round. What happens after the dividing line between bulls and bears? The halving cycle is coming. What will happen to the price? You can go and review it. Bitcoin's previous halving cycles. It won't be after the halving. Rise immediately. Halved every time. Will be accompanied by the shutdown of miners. The currency price returns to zero. Various public opinions. But after every halving, the one who laughs last and laughs sweetest, still a miner. So I think, Bitcoin price. When does the bull market start? Halving accounts for 80% of the weight. Previous halving. Is it not accompanied by whether the Fed raises interest rates? Not accompanied by Bitcoin spot if passes or fails. Aren't the prices still going up? 10 times as much. Recently Zhao Changpeng published a Bitcoin price after halving point of view on how to proceed. Let's take a look.
According to Bitcoin block half data, current estimated time for Bitcoin halving approximately falls on April 25, 2024. Bitcoin block reward when the time comes. From 6.25 BTC, dropped to 3.125 coins. Has stated many times. I am BTC. And Zhao Changpeng at BNB holder believes that months before Bitcoin halving, there will be more and more discussions. News anxiety expectations. Hype and hope etc. At the same time, the first day after the halving, Bitcoin price It won't double overnight. And 1 year after the halving, Bitcoin price reached multiple all-time highs. But Zhao Changpeng also expressed that these phenomena, it is not proven that there is a causal relationship. After all, history cannot predict the future.
No matter what everyone thinks, in the future, this intensity will be halved, or how strong the benefits are. But there is one thing everyone must admit, relatively speaking in the currency circle. The fairer thing is, if there are more people selling, the price will fall. The more people buy, the higher the price will be. Barely use one stamp the red-headed document, can control currency prices. This kind of thing happens, so Bitcoin is halving. It is a reduction in supply. When supply decreases, when demand remains unchanged, the currency price must be pushed up. Of course, Bitcoin next year, you will also encounter its spot passes. The Fed may release some water. Advantages of waiting, so next year as crypto market, we can really look forward to it. What kind of show will Bitcoin perform?
The will awakens. Will the Bitcoin market take off? 11 crimes committed in 10 days. Hackers are going to attack during the holidays.
Just past week, everyone is idle. The giant whale is not idle. Past 7 days, the Bitcoin whale that has been sleeping for 9 years suddenly became active, start transferring Bitcoin in large quantities, and Bitcoin suddenly broke through price mark of 28,000. What happened? Let's see together.
Data display. One scattered among 86 whales in different wallets. Over 860 Bitcoins were transferred. Every wallet on October 4th transferred 10 BTC. Considering the same wallet, creation and transaction date, speculate these 86 dormant addresses belong to the same person. At the price of Bitcoin in early 2014, falling at 800, this investment has achieved a return of 35 times. At the same time, a giant whale that has been sleeping for more than 10 years, also 3 days ago, start transferring wallet up to 504 Bitcoins. Also, an address created in 2020, dormant for nearly 3 years. Sudden transfer of up to 5,000 coins to 3 different new wallets. Market capitalization is approximately $139 million. In fact, during last week's member live broadcast,
we showed it to everyone. Holding more than $20 Bitcoin address, and 100, 1,000, 10,000, even more than 100,000 whales at these addresses. How did they sell high and buy low? So sometimes, whale at 28,000, they will also sell it 27,000 and then take it back. More than 10%. Why not? So for the early giant whales, you don't need to take them too seriously. Many times they are just good luck, just lucky. At that time, many people used mining machines to pay off their debts, so they had to become a miner. Also accidental. Let them make a fortune. Of course, now many people are starting to learn, have a higher awareness. This is another matter. But the early Bitcoin miners, no one foresees it. Bitcoin now, how can it have such a high price? Many early miner whales, they have emptied their Bitcoins, all at 1,000 or 2,000. In our previous live broadcast, told everyone, we have a member in cold wallet, 600 Bitcoins stored were stolen. Of course, his private key management, something went wrong. But no, with our help, 67 have been recovered. Congratulations here. So during the National Day holiday, everyone has a rest. Hackers don't rest. Our currency chain has made a statistics from September 29th to October 8th. Through some mainstream financial media, reported hacking incidents. There are 11 cases, big and small. The main ones are thefts. Let's take a look together.
October 4. FTX attackers took $24.75 million worth of 15 USDT exchanged to BTC via Dogecoin cross-chain. October 5. Fintech imitation Disc Stars Arena. Serious vulnerabilities were discovered. AVAX worth $1 million is under threat. The vulnerability was subsequently fixed on October 6. Same day. Blockchain Toolbox MCT wallet representation. Operator DNS domain name hijacked. Some user wallets were stolen. October 6. Web3 Credential Data Network. Gauck's platform asset stolen. Amount stolen unknown. October 7. Stars Arena suffers from smart contract vulnerability. Stolen again. Loss of approximately US $2.9 million.
I tell everyone, 99% of thefts, it's all closely related to a grade for cheap. If you have to go for some airdrop, to interact some, a protocol I have never heard of, it's recommended that you reapply for a hot wallet. Use this wallet exclusively for airdrops. Your main wallet for storing assets. Try not to interact. Don't authorize. In this case, it can isolate some low-level errors. Remember something. If you don't take advantage, you won't suffer.
A few days ago, Justin Sun's address. Withdraw approximately 3,951 ETH from Lido. And transfer 20,000 ETH. Deposit to Binance. At the same time, this address will also have 7,255 ETH. Approximately US $28 million. Move to an address starting with 0x9 EV. According to Sina Hong Kong, person related to the JPX case. CAI, 28 years old. Male manager at virtual currency exchange shop. Arrested upon arrival at the airport. Hong Kong police have so far received. More than 2,005 people reported the crime. Amount of $10.56 billion involved. Total of 28 people have been arrested. Governance platform display. Aave launches FXS. Added to Ethereum 3 liquidity pool. Temperature check vote. FXS for Frax Finance. Governance tokens and utility tokens. Proposal representation. Aave can be added by adding FXS. Promote the diversification of GHO collateral. Bitcoin mining company CleanSpark. 643 BTC were produced in September. The total number of BTC held reaches 2240. Past few months, it was CleanSpark's most profitable quarter ever. Also makes CleanSpark's FY23 be the best year yet. One with the original Doge emoticon pack. An FT community. Scheduled for November 2. Build a real statue in Sakura, Japan. Designed as a tribute to Kabosu. Kabosu is the emoticon package. The prototype dog behind. The community plans to convert the sculpture. Placed in Kabosu Master, Sakura's hometown square where she often takes her for walks.
A friend who just joined the circle asked me, you guys chat about coins every day. Why can our country only be called token? Token is used as a code name for currency. In fact, in the professional field, token has its own meaning. Token is also called a pass. It is actually part of the meaning of the token. But from the perspective of professional chain people, it's more accurate translation. It should be a proof of equity on the blockchain. It is not currency, but it has the properties of currency. Token has 3 elements. The first is that it is a proof of equity. It can prove you own a certain digital asset. Is a warrant for your assets. Represents your rights to it, and its intrinsic value. The second token is encrypted. It can be tamper-proof by privacy protection, secured by cryptography. It is not accessible to third parties. The third one is, it can flow freely. In the network, token can be sent from the other end, transferred to other end. Just a momentary thing, and it can verify anytime, anywhere. This is token. That is for today. We will help you sort out news from the crypto space. You must pay attention to every day. If you feel our program is valuable, please give us like. It is the greatest support. We will survive the bear market with you. Let us become rich together. In this link, you can check all member benefits. Hope you join our member exclusive group, support our channel, and make it more professional. See you tomorrow.